About the health benefits of having 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil every single day. Olive oil is a delicious, healthy oil, despite what you may have heard from some people, and it not only tastes great, but it is actually good for heart health. It's got research-proven benefits for your health. And the reason that olive oil is good for your health is because it has polyphenols. And 2 of them that have been best studied are called hydroxytyrosol and oleocanthal. Don't bother trying to spell them, just know that they've actually figured out. And researchers like me are actually working on understanding how they work. And here's what we do know. Both hydroxytyrosol and oleocanthal are anti-inflammatory. And they also help your circulation. They actually protect your endothelial cells, the lining of your circulation. And this allows you to lower your risk of cardiovascular disease. And the other thing is that hydroxytyrosol, one of these bioactives in extra virgin olive oil, actually activates brown fat, which can improve your metabolism and burn down harmful inflammatory visceral fat. So anti-inflammatory, improves your circulation, lowers your risk of heart disease, turns down brown fat, burns away harmful fat, and improves your metabolism. So what's oleocanthal? Well, oleocanthal is the bioactive in extra virgin olive oil that gives the oil its peppery taste in the back of your throat, right? That's part of really, really good, fresh, extra virgin olive oil. Now, both hydroxytyrosol and oleocanthal are good for the lining of the blood vessels, as I told you, the endothelium, and there are 32 studies in total, clinical studies that involve 841,000 people that show that consuming extra virgin olive oil is associated with a lower risk of heart disease and stroke, all right? So this is the clinical proof of concept. Now, this is all thought to be due to these polyphenols that improve endothelial layers in your blood vessels as well as your blood flow. So what are olives? All right, these bioactives are found in olives. Olives are one of the most important fruits in the Mediterranean diet. If you've never seen an olive tree, it actually grows in arid, hot weather. It's got kind of a dusty looking trunk. Some olive trees are hundreds of years old, and the olives that actually form start off as green, and then they ripen over the course of the summer. Now, how olive oils are made is that olives, when they're ripe, are shaken off the tree, they're collected, and when they're collected, they then are crushed and spun. And so there's a big drum that will spin these crushed olives. And of course, olives contain water in its meat, and it contains oil. So as you spin it, all the liquid comes off the side. It gets collected in a container, and the oil floats to the top, right? Oil is lighter than water. That's the good stuff. And the water actually settles down to the bottom. Now, the oil, actually for extra virgin first press olive oil, will actually have little bits of the olive meat, and that's why it's green. That's why when you get extra virgin olive oil, it looks green. If you hold it up, put it into a glass and hold it up to the light, it looks green. You're actually looking at the green color with the little bits of the olives in it. And so first press means that you just press it out, spin it off, and collect it, and you don't filter it. That's what first press extra virgin olive oil is. And those polyphenols are found in those little floating bits that give extra virgin olive oil its taste as well as its color. Now, a second benefit of extra virgin olive oil comes from the fact that it contains healthy fats. Now, the main fat is called oleic acid, okay? And oleic acid has potent anti-inflammatory properties all by itself. So the bioactives in the polyphenols are good, but the oleic acid, the healthy fat, is also anti-inflammatory, all right? And it was a clinical study done in Japan looking at 3,000 men and women. And this was published in the Journal of Epidemiology that showed that the consumption of oleic acid correlated with the reduction in the inflammatory marker called C-reactive protein in the blood after taking oleic acid. Now, extra virgin olive oil also has a little bit of omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, and you know omega-3s are healthy as well.
Check out my summarized longevity secrets ebook.
Now, a third benefit of extra virgin olive oil is that you don't need to consume a lot to get its benefits. And this is where the 3 tablespoons per day come in. Now, 3 tablespoons, if you were to actually measure it out, look like a lot if you're actually going to take it straight. But actually, if you think about it, extra virgin olive oil used in salad dressing, in a dish that actually is sauteed in a little bit of extra olive oil, dipping it into a piece of healthy sourdough bread for the oil for the taste. Before long, you'll actually easily consume over the course of a day 3 tablespoons. So I think that 3 tablespoons are easy to consume in the course of the day in normal eating, Mediterranean diet. I would not do shots of extra virgin olive oil. After all, it's a fat, and it's better to actually spread it out in the context of food. Also, you can actually enjoy it more. And always be careful. This is a fat. You don't want to overconsume that as well. Now, extra virgin olive oil is a great example of where the benefits of a food don't increase the more you have it. So more isn't always more. Moderation when it comes to food as medicine is almost always the winning formula, but especially when it comes to fat, including extra virgin olive oil. By the way, remember I told you spin the crushed olives in a drum and the fluid is collected, oil floats to the top and the water's below? Well, guess what? Some of those polyphenols are actually found in the olive water. Hydroxytyrosol, oleocanthal is found in olive water. And so, if you're actually eating the whole olive, make sure that you're actually enjoying the knowledge that when you actually eat the meat and you get the juice of the olive, that's also good for you as well. Extra virgin olive oil, something else you need to know is it's great for cooking. Another way to actually get it into your system, because most food preparation requires a little bit of oil in order to be able to cook. And cooking with extra virgin olive oil actually gets some of the polyphenols into your food, so you get more bang for your buck. If you're cooking healthy food and you cook it in extra virgin olive oil, the oil makes it even healthier. Now, there are some myths with extra virgin olive oil. One of them is that you shouldn't cook in high heat because it's got a low smoke point. Look, you probably shouldn't be cooking too often with super high heat, and you never want oil that's actually smoking hot. But actually, the smoke point of extra virgin olive oil is about 325 degrees to 375 degrees, depending on the quality of the oil. And guess what? That overlaps with other oils that are used for frying, like corn oil and canola oil, and extra virgin olive oil is much healthier than those. So what I would tell you is that don't be afraid to cook with extra virgin olive oil, although you can actually have a plain, because the smoke point is actually much higher than people actually think. The last thing I'm going to tell you is how do you get the most potent extra virgin olive oils? Which ones have the most polyphenols? Well, it turns out there are 3 olives that contain the highest levels of polyphenols measured in extra virgin olive oil. And they come from Spain, Greece, and Italy. So if you're looking for olive oils that actually contain the highest amount of polyphenols, look for Spanish olive oil, Picual olives. You look for Greek olive oils called Koroneiki olives. Both Picual and Koroneiki are pretty common olives, so it's easy to find these. And in Italy, if you want to look for an Italian olive oil that's very high in polyphenols, look for Moraiolo olives used to make the olive oil. So the best way to do this, what I do when I go shopping for olive oil, is I pick up the oil and I actually try to look for, is there anything that says it's monovarietal, meaning only one type of olive, one variety of olive is used, monovarietal, right? I look for Picual from Spain, Koroneiki from Greece, and much less common to find is actually Moraiolo from Italy, from Umbria as well. Okay, but you can shop for all of these online and you can just order the monovarietals. Remember, Picual, Koroneiki, and Moraiolo. Okay, now the last thing you need to be a little bit careful about is getting fooled by fake olive oils. There's a whole industry of pirated and fake olive oils out there. Always look on the label carefully to see if it actually gives you enough information. Some olive oils that are really genuine, they even stamp the harvest date of the olives, and those are the ones that you know are actually genuine. The ones that don't specify the varietals and don't specify the dates, look them up online to see if there's any reports that they might be fake. You definitely don't want to get the fake kind. And finally, when you bring home your olive oil, keep it in a cool, dark place. Bright light, sunlight actually degrades the polyphenols, degrades the olive oil, and makes it go bad faster.